Would I take this in saltwater and go on a big, tarpon fishing with it? Absolutely not. That's where the higher end stuff's gonna come into play. You're gonna use the drag. It spins fairly freely when you have it free spooling, when you're reeling back in. It doesn't get hung up, it doesn't get clicking on it, it doesn't have any problems so far, even after just using it a few times and dropping it. And it's got a decent drag system on it. I mean, this is some heavy duty sink tip line. I'm pulling on it pretty hard. I don't know any fish that's gonna pull hard enough where I live that's gonna start pulling drag off that. You can loosen it up. The drag seems to be pretty decent. I mean, I was literally expecting this to be a giant piece of crap. Honestly, it is comparable to my Redington Crosswater, which is about a $40 to $50 reel depending on where you get it. And if you use a bunch of different fly lines like I do for bass fishing, I'm using float lines, sink lines, intermediate lines, full sink lines, depending on where I'm fishing. It's a pain in the butt to cut off line, put it back on new reels all the time. And it's easier to just buy a cheap reel and leave the line on there and mark it for what it's for. It's exactly what I bought this for. I've had a bunch of different reels, these cheap lower end reels, and honestly, this is one of the better ones I've found. Or going after smallmouth in a local river here in Northwest Ohio where I live, absolutely perfect. If anything ever happens to it, I'll let you know. I'll come back and do a different review. But as of right now, first impressions, this thing's great. The Aventik C3 reel is surprisingly good for how much it costs. If you're looking for something like that, go out and get yourself an Aventik C3. Cheap, easy to use, and surprisingly good quality for the price. So thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with more fly fishing gear reviews.
Wake up early before the sun comes up. Yeah. Then you drink a little coffee, fire the gator tail up.